the time that I was born in 1929. How old am I? Come on. Have you got your computers, your calculators? 29. Who's the first? How many can move it out? 1929. How old am I? How old? Okay, that's right. You've been to school. So that in 1929, and that was during a period, during that early 1930s when I was born, 1932, was the Great Depression. And my family was forced to get off the farm. We were very poor, couldn't make ends meet. We got off the farm and then we moved to Lower Hutt. And my father, with the little bit of money that he got that the government paid him for the farm, he bought a milk round, and because nobody paid their bills, that went broke. So it was way back, as a family, my father was on relief work, we were very poor, probably, had very little, and lived in the lowest area, out at Lower Hutt, in one of the railway settlements. But it was during that time when we were in the Hutt Valley that my brothers came in contact with some other people, some other boys that went to Sunday school. So when I was 4 years of age, I was first taken to Sunday school. But prior to that, these same boys were attending the Church of Christ out in Lower Hutt. It was a different church from what we were. That was where the original pastor that formed the church, were in the CRC church. He originally was out at the Church of Christ way back when I was just a child. And so when I was going to the Sunday school when I was 4 years old, it was at that time that my mother was saved. It was first time. She was invited to church, and Pastor Brown called on her and invited her to church, and she was saved. So that was back in 1932-33. And that was my first appearance at Sunday school. Now the important thing, when I was 4 years of age, the first thing that we had was a lesson. I went to the lesson, in the Sunday school. And in those days, you know what a sand tray is? Have you ever been taught on a sand tray? It was like a big tray of sand, and used to use it for examples. And of course, you know where Jesus was crucified, he was on Mount Golgotha in Israel, and there was a lot of sand. And of course, whenever you taught Sunday school lessons, it was very impressive to be able to show the sand. We used to do all sorts of things with the sand. But anyhow, they shaped it all nicely and made the big hill, just like where Jesus was crucified, and put 3 crosses on it. And of course Jesus was crucified on the middle cross, and who was on the other side? The thief, and they were rogues, weren't they? They deserved to die, but not Jesus. And of course, I was told the story about Jesus, how wonderful he had healed the sick, the wonderful things that he did, and I was very impressed, even at 4 years of age. Really, something happened, and they explained to me, and I remember these 3 crosses standing up on top of the hill, built in the sand tray. So I went home that afternoon, and when I got home, I went missing. My family tried to find me, and after a lot of searching, the boys went up towards the play area, but right next to the play area was our police station where the policemen used to live. So they found me sitting on the gutter outside the police station. I was trying to pluck up courage. Now, one of the things that they didn't tell me in Sunday school, that Jesus was crucified 2,000 years ago. I thought it had just happened. So I was there trying to pluck up courage to tell the policeman about this. About this wicked thing that had been. Of course, policemen were a lot different in those days than they are today. You know, they drive around in motor cars now and they carry guns. But, you know, from that time forward, I never stopped going to Sunday school or going to church. I was so impressed. I was probably impressed a lot more. I couldn't explain it. I couldn't explain what it was to be saved, but I knew that Jesus was somebody to be listened to be followed. I knew that he loved me. And so I attended Sunday school. Every Sunday I went to a Sunday school church because this was a mile and a half away. I went to a Sunday school nearby, and I attended that Sunday school for a long, long time. Until I did not go through and tell you my whole story. So that's my beginning. It started at when I was 4 years of age, and I'm very, very thankful.